Do you know that the 2008 subprime crisis started in 1971? Yes, this story does not start in 2007. It starts in 1971 when the US abandoned the gold standard. From that moment on, money became fully elastic. Credit was no longer constrained by a hard anchor, but by policy decisions. This single shift changed the behavior of governments, banks, markets, and society for decades. Throughout the following years, repeated state interventions reinforced the idea that liquidity would always be provided in times of stress. Each crisis was met with easier money, lower rates, and regulatory adjustments just designed to stabilize the system. Over time, this created a structural incentive to take more risk, knowing that the downside would be managed later. Nevertheless, in the long term, we all be dead. That logic peaked under Greenspan in the late 1990s and early 2000s. After the dot-com crash, rates were pushed aggressively lower and kept there. Cheap credit flooded the system, flowing straight into the housing market. Then mortgages expanded, standards deteriorated, leverage increased, and financial engineering turned risk into products that looked safe on paper, but they were the subprime. By 2007, then, the crisis was not an accident. It was the delayed consequence of decades of intervention, distorted incentives, and suppressed price signals. The housing collapse merely revealed what had been building beneath the surface. When the system finally broke, it followed the same pattern it had learned all along. Intervention came after the damage was done. And who paid for that? The taxpayers. It was our money in there. Follow me. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.